Hey guys, Dan here from Dan in RS Effects, and today we're going to be doing a very quick video, and by quick I mean I'm going to be editing a lot of this because this is unscripted and all I have is notes for once. So this is going to be a very quick review. It was going to be an unboxing, but I decided not to bother, of two Manfrotto camera supports, one of which being this micro tripod and the other being the Manfrotto MVM500A something or other. It's the Manfrotto Monopod basically. And unlike other unboxing slash reviews, I'm not going to be just listing off details that you can easily find on the website. I'm actually going to tell you the pros and cons as I usually do, because that's what a proper review is. So, first of all, the Manfrotto Micro Tripod. Pros is sturdy. It is very well built, and you can see here just by the noise on it, it's like, I don't even know what it's made of. I think it is quite possibly, it is plastic, but I think that the legs have some sort of metal reinforcement inside. It might just be like a metal tube inside, but the legs themselves just feel like they have a bit of a weight on them. When you bounce it like that, they'll actually weigh down the metal ball head on the other side, so I think they are metal reinforced. The ball head is metal, but the rest of it is like a composite plastic or something like that. And the design that they use is, rather than have a screw lock for it, they use this sort of push mechanism where you push this button in and you can adjust the ball head, and it still has some resistance even when you push the button in, which is pretty cool. And then when you release it, it locks, so it doesn't move. And to help it do that, the ball head, rather than being a chromed ball head, the ball head is sort of ridged. It has these sort of like ringlets going right round it, which I assume help this grip onto it. Those are the pros of this. Very well built, and also it's cheap as well. It's £13, which I think is roughly $18. Anyway, now for the cons of it, right? And there isn't that many, surprisingly. There's no locking system for it. So even though it has this button, which when you release it, it kind of locks it, it doesn't lock it securely enough to support a fairly large camera. Point and shoots and other smaller cameras of the size of the GH4 with kit lenses, like the 14 to 140 for instance, it'll support those easy, and pancake lenses and whatever. But for instance, the GH4 with the Metabones and the Sigma 18 to 35, it'll support that on here, but the lens has to be either level or tilting up with it. Because if you have the lens tilting down to get any macro sort of shots, over time it will slowly start to dip, it will. Those are the only cons of it. But for the uses I use it for, I use it to support my LED lights when I'm out and about. I can just throw this in a bag with the LED lights, and I can just put these down to do any sort of like photography with sports and things like that. So it's pretty good for that, and that's the purpose I got it for, and it does the job. Now for the main article of this review, it is the Manfrotto 500 Monopod. Now, like I said, I was going to unbox it, but I thought, there's not really much to unbox, really, is it? This is what you get in the box. Pros: strong and well built. Yes, it is very strong. This thing will definitely support any DSLR mirrorless system you want to throw at it with any lens combination, I'd imagine. The second pro, it has both a fluid head, because this is a video monopod, but also features, it has a chicken foot and whatever, but then it also features this fluid base as well, which if I turn it, adds a fluid drag to the pan, and that is a really good feature. I think most monopods have that feature these days, but that also adds a con, which I shall mention in a moment. But for now, it's very tall. The monopod itself, without the head, will go to 2 meters tall, which is about as tall as your average household doll. Yeah, as you can see, it is very, very tall, and that's going to get over the head of any crowd. And also, as an added bonus, if you just happen to be a 7 foot tall videographer, it will easily get up to your head height. So that's another perk for it. Fairly lightweight as well. The tripod I currently have my GH4 on right now that I'm filming this with, that is normally the tripod I take with me. It is a 20-year-old Velben aluminium tripod. It's fairly lightweight. It's the lightest tripod I have. This is actually lighter than it, even though it looks and feels sturdier than the tripod. This is lighter, even with the fluid head on it. Now we're on to the cons. So we've done our 4 pros, and there's only 3 cons. Con number 1, they've added a new release plate design, which kind of annoyed me a bit, because all of my cameras run on the traditional Manfrotto style release plate, where you just like slot it on, it'll only slot on one way, and then it'll lock both ways then, depending on which way it goes. This one does not slide in. This features a new sort of a satchler inspired sort of top mounting system, where I've got the release plate on here on my Blackmagic right now. It's got this little catch here with the sort of a hook on it, and all you have to do is just rest it on the one side and then drop it in. And once you hear the snap, even if you don't tighten it, it locks, and then you just screw this in, and then it's totally locked then. So that's the new release plate design, and to take it off, you just slacken it off slightly, hold the camera, pull down on this, and it comes straight out. As its own design, as its own sort of release system, it's brilliant. It saves so much time. However, I will say that it is a bit annoying because that is my only plate of that design, because the plate, the one side is the same as the previous models, the other side has a kind of lip cut into it now. And if I take one of my old release plates, these will fit on it. See, I'll put it on now. See, these will fit on it. They will stay in, and they won't fall out and whatever, and they will lock in. So they're fine with that in that regard. However, because they don't have the lip on it, if like me, when you have a very front heavy camera, you like to slide your camera to the very back of the lock mechanism and then tighten it. You can't really do this on here unless you have the actual plate, because the previous Manfrotto's plates have a tapered end, this happens. See, I didn't even try then. That is a major con for me, but I'm only ever going to use my GH4 on the original plates, and whenever that's on here, I can always make sure that I have it center mounted and locked, whatever. My Blackmagic was my main concern, and that's why I've put the actual plate on here as well. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, this new design of plate will fit perfectly on all previous Manfrotto tripod heads and stuff like that, so you don't have to worry about any compatibility issues. It does fit. Con number 2, and this is where I mentioned the fluid drag system down here, but as a result of them adding that, they've made the head not feature any kind of pan at all. The head can be removed, and you can put a new head on you, and it features an adapter. It features a 1/4-20 and a 3/8. But yeah, the head, if you try to remove it and put it on something else, you won't be able to pan at all. And finally, this was a big one for me. This arm is not really that. I mean, it may be stronger than it's letting on, but to me it feels extremely flimsy and thin. I mean, I know they were trying to save weight with it, but I don't know, it feels very flimsy and slim and flimsy. But also, on the underside of the curve, I don't know what it is. It's either the paint, or it's either like the coating on it is cracking, or I don't know, some like stress marks or something. This may be just like relegated to my one, everyone else's may be fine, but that's what I found of mine. And also the grip as well, it's just all rubber rather than having the sort of metal sleeves on either side, which I kind of liked on the bigger one. But this is more just me nitpicking really. Anyway, so that was my hopefully very quick review of the Manfrotto micro tripod and the Manfrotto 500 monopod. Let me know if you have any questions about the products. I answer everything Truthfully, this is in no way sponsored by Manfrotto, so that allows me to give my full and honest and very brutal opinion, which is why I've included cons, because that is what a proper reviewer does. I'm Dan from Daniel Norris Effects. Please subscribe, like, share, check out the Facebook page, check out the Instagram, I'll leave links below. Let me know what you think, and I shall see you in the next video.